A very astute point that I've seen some people make online is that it was the establishment Republicans that ended up accidentally creating the monster of Trumpism, the monster of MAGA. And what we're witnessing now is history repeating itself, because now the monster of MAGA is creating the monster of Nick Fuentes and America First, let's call it, because that's what he wants to call it, right? So, and the same way that Trump was like mocked and derided and dismissed in 2016, and then he went on to win, it feels very similar what's going on now with Nick Fuentes, where like his particular ideology and mindset of just white nationalism, the like a more pure breed of white nationalism, that is going to replace this MAGA shit. Well, what if I told you that process is now rapidly speeding up even more? And now you have Nick Fuentes' ideology is looking to potentially be replaced with something even worse and even more aggressive. Ready? So watch this.
The narrative is that you have moved more to the center with a colorblind populism position in the recent past. Regardless, there is a growing coalition further to the right than where your voice currently resides. Not Hermes or the Gypsy guy, but others. Would you support more optical, relevant guys who are further right to the right than you?
There's nobody further to the right than me, but I appreciate that. I think there are sickos. There are sickos that are filled with hatred.
So a guy who said, I admire Hitler, a guy who said Hitler was really fucking cool, he goes, I'm as far right as there could be. There's nobody further to the right than me. There are sickos. It gets funnier. Ready? Here we go.
You know, when you say further to the right, you mean people that are attacking kids in public? People that run up to a person with their kids and start yelling at their kids? People that go on Monkey and attack little kids? You think that's more right-wing? I don't think that's more right-wing. I think that's just sick.
So the establishment Republicans helped create the monster of MAGA. MAGA helped create the monster of Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is about to help create the monster of what? Something to the right of him. Something to the right of him. Where it's not just the ideological white nationalism, it's the ideological white nationalism plus make a point of being extra cruel and barbaric about it, right? It's the difference between Fuentes' idea of like, let's deport all the non-whites, and then somebody goes further than him and says, why wouldn't we just kill them? Right? It's like the Ben-Gvir, the Smotrich in Israel to their Netanyahu. Like that's what, there's somebody to the right of Nick now. They're going, wait, there are people to the right of you. Do you not realize that? Like, what if they're right and you're wrong? Unbelievable.
You think that's more right-wing? I don't think that's more right-wing. I think that should...
By the way, to answer his question, I do think that's more right-wing. The further right you go, the more cruel, the more barbaric. Of course it's more right-wing. If you say, let's deport all the non-white people, somebody's going to come along and say, let's just kill them. And that's going to be viewed as more right-wing. That is more right-wing.
Say further to the right, you mean people that are attacking kids in public? People that run up to a person with their kids and start yelling at their kids?
By the way, attacking kids in public, yeah, some people are doing that. They're called ICE, and you support them.
People that go on Monkey and attack little kids? You think that's more right-wing? I don't think that's more right-wing. I think that's just sick. And we have to stop pretending that maxing out cruelty and meanness is being more right-wing.
But it is. And the people who you're to your right who are saying that, they're correct and you're wrong. Like it's true. In your ideology, the problem truly is it's black people, it's Hispanic people, it's the LGBTQ community, it's Muslims, it's Jews. In your ideology, there is a hierarchy of how human somebody is. And if they're a minority, they are less human by definition. They're the problem, right? They are the parasites. They are the ones who are ruining your, white utopia. So, yes, it is more right-wing for somebody to come along and say, okay, we agree that this is the problem. I'm going to handle them in a swifter and harsher way than you are. You just want to deport them. I want to kill them. That is more right-wing. It is. There's no way around it, right? It's true. So now, again, he helped create this beast. All those fucking, the edgy, we're just making edgy jokes about Hitler when I say I admire Hitler and Hitler was really fucking cool. Well, some of the people who you were talking to, you were memeing, you were joking, they meant it. They meant it. Just like with Trump, all the shit, they would meme and joke, like he's going to stay in there if he loses, and then he tried to fucking stay in there if he loses. Right now with the fucking Trump 2028 merch. Oh, we're joking, it's just for the lulz until it's fucking not, and he tries to stay in there. So you guys are creating these monsters, these Frankenstein monsters, and you don't know how to deal with them.
We have to stop pretending that maxing out cruelty and meanness is being more right-wing. It's actually not necessarily ideologically more pure to just be a dick.
But it is.
To throw shit at people, to yell at people in public. To just deliberately try to provoke people. That's different. So no, I disagree with that.
Bugman sent $20.
But this is why right-wing politics is a cesspool, though. Because insofar as you think the actual problems are these individuals, these people that are part of a group, whether it be Muslims or Jews or gays or whatever, then yes, the more harshly you handle those people vis-a-vis policy, the more right-wing you're going to be. Whereas on the left, the focus of our ire is the systems. It's the system of capitalism and the fact that it creates billionaires, for example, and corporations through their corruption rig the game and take all take the bailouts, take the subsidies, take the tax cuts, and we get screwed. We get nothing left at the end of the day. So to be more left-wing means to critique the system and fix the system. It means to tax billionaires out of existence, for example, right? To lean more into equality. Everybody gets treated equally under the law. Everybody gets a fair shot. Everybody gets free college and universal health care or free trade school and a living wage and all these different things. The more left you go, the more closer to equality you get. The more left you go, the more close to a system that treats everybody fairly and kindly you get. On the right, again, it's not about the system. It's about the individuals as part of a group. So blame the minorities. And yeah, the harsher you treat them, the more right-wing you're going to be viewed. So he's also creating a Frankenstein monster, and that is wild. That now every now and then he'll say something that, his own people will call him a fucking sellout, and they'll call him a race traitor and stuff. Because now you're not pure enough. So they've created this race to the bottom, which is why, one of the many reasons why, this is how Nick really feels about his audience. Ready?
Taking my girlfriend to Ireland over Halloween. She told me I need to get a costume. Going to be interesting when she asks why I only packed a Burger King crown in my luggage. # she need the Caesar Augustus sent $20. How significant is the Siberia II deal between Russia and China?
I haven't read enough about it.
Judge Holden sent $10. What do you think about Kaczynski's thesis that modern ideologies, leftism, feminism, etc., are a symptom of the unnatural conditions placed upon us by post-industrial
Can you fuck off and kill yourself?
Half the power of the keys is the power of binding and loosing. This power is first given to Peter, the foremost apostle. Later Christ gave this.
Right, you have no quote. You just have cope.
Red Pill Plug sent $50 as a near 100% ethnic German, Nigel Heil Hitler, and Heil Führer Fuentes, leader of the Fourth Reich, and above all, hail Jesus Christ who took the punishment on the cross which we deserve for our sins.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It will take all of us creating solutions, a decentralized army. Christian Don sent $15. Do you feel the same amount of empathy for the children in the Holocaust as you do for the children in Gaza today?
Yeah, I mean, to the extent that that's real.
Is there any room in your movement for orthodoxy? I ask this not because you are a Catholic, but because
just stop being annoying as fuck.
Ryan MC Zoolski 3 sent $20. Is it such a bad thing that Palantir has our information compared to the CIA? Not to say it is a good thing, but the CIA and NSA have been spying on us for years. You think they haven't giving out information out as well? I get the whole. Does the rise of Palantir level AI put the AF movement under a time crunch? If deployed against Americans, it could severely undermine two of our biggest strengths: online anonymity and the freedom to speak openly online. Any predictions on the direction the technology goes and its impact on free speech and privacy? Can you expand?
Thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate it. I should have never told anybody about Palantir, man. It's
not
just
sorry, sent $10. The H-1B Walmart employee told us her whole family came from India to help her after birth until their visas expired, while my fiancé has next to no help with her white baby. Why do whites throw their people to the wolves? Leon DeGroy sent $200.
Thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Harris sent $10. American exists because 132 Puritans decided they absolutely could not take another day in England and boarded a ship into the unknown. The most American thing to do now is to leave. Cannot continue to submit to taxation without Natus sent $50. Hey Nick, just started following you recently, and now I'm a big fan. I'm worried about how our country is going to be forever ran by Israel, and we will always be a puppet of them considering. Bro, I before life sent $10. My heart was shattered when you said you don't like American Psycho. What's next you're going to hate on Naruto? Albert Wesker sent $10. Do you think NPC theory is contradicted in any way by the mass awakening?
Obviously not. If anything, it confirms it.
Panic King sent $10. Not enough people talk about how we the people are obviously fed constant propaganda from TV to tits, but our politicians are probably fed even more propaganda. But about a center once, etc. I remember back in 2016 about Cambridge Angle and how they ran micro-targeted ads to drive racial tensions. Dark post. You have completely opened my eyes to the truth in the last month, and I'm looking for some guidance. What advice would you give a 20-year-old Christian man in these times of bullshit the government feeds us?
Dude, just live a simple life. Just go fuck off. Live a simple life, honestly. Just stop paying attention to politics. Live a simple moral life. What advice would you give to a 20-year-old Christian man in these times of bullshit the government feeds us? Dude, you'll be being fed shit your whole life, okay? Because you sound like a shovel-faced idiot. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. You send me a nice message, but when you say a line like that, in these times of government feeding us bullshit, dude, you just want to be fed. You want the government to feed you. You want me to feed you. Feed yourself, my friend. And if you can't, then just stop paying attention to politics.
Isaiah Hardman sent $12. I'd likely start a Christian nationalist party in Utah and win a House seat. Or should name be Populist Party or Nationalist Party to high power level or shift over to
You could?
Holden Harris sent $10.
Awesome.
Why do you push the globe narrative fake? There are no good optics to doing so. It's 2025. Maybe all the Zoomers are flex. The Catholic Church genocided millions of Protestants in the 30 Years' War and an uncountable amount of pre-Protestant sects of the church. What gives the Pope authority to represent Christ to the point of genocide?
Based?
Samuel H. sent $10. Is it even worth the money to hear all of this retarded shit?
I mean, he despises his own audience. He absolutely despises them. Which, I mean, it begs the question, right? Is this just all elaborate performance art? Because of course there's the allegations. Remember with the whole Catboy thing where he went and met up with some Catboy and supposedly got a thing for them, and there's been long time allegations that he may be gay. Remember when gay porn started playing on his stream when he ended it and then he blamed it on Israel? I mean, if you hate your audience this much, and now many of them are moving to the right of you, you could just not, like, you don't have to do this, bro. You don't have to do this. You can just wrap it up. You can just take up a new hobby, take up a new job, go do something else. It looks like your heart's really not even in it anymore, man. Like, you really hate these people. You really hate the people who are paying your fucking bills and who look up to you and stuff like that. So, I don't know, man. You tell me. Is it some elaborate performance art? Does he not even mean the shit he says? He's just playing this role? Because, who was it? I think it was Vosh who was like, bro, you could just wrap it up. You could just move to, where did he say? What did he say? Astoria? Was it Astoria? Is it Queens? I think it's some majority like gay community. He's like, you want to be a part of it. Just fucking go there, bro. Just go there, do your thing. Whip out those fucking cat ears, live your best life. Throw on some assless chaps while you're at it. You want to be in them anyway. Like, let's imagine hating your audience this much. Like, I don't know, man. Something smells fishy here. Something doesn't smell right. I don't know what it is. I don't know if his heart's not in it, or he's not actually as far right wing as he pretends to be, or it's just this elaborate performance art, or whatever the fuck. But he has already created that monster. That monster is already growing. Like, the establishment Republicans got replaced with MAGA. MAGA got replaced with Fuentesism. Then Fuentesism is going to get replaced with Lord only knows how fucking insanely. The race to the bottom continues for the right. And it's hard to imagine getting lower than somebody who literally was like, I admire Hitler, and Hitler was really fucking cool. But they're somehow on the way to doing exactly that. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You want to.